one look, and you'll know the new T-Series irons are something different. Powered by breakthrough technology, including new Max Impact. They deliver a balance of power and performance unlike anything we've ever made. Everything in the T-Series is strikingly new. Everything except one thing. New T-Series irons. Pure Titleist.
What we love about our new T-Series lineup is we've got options for the golfer in every category. And the game improvement category is one we want to make sure we give golfers at least 2 different choices. We've got a great T300, but we want to add a T400 to it. Really inspired by 2 things. The first, our TS1 driver that showed us, boy, there's a lot of golfers out there who need a little bit of help getting a little more speed out of their swing, so we made an ultra lightweight product. The second is our wide body U510 utility iron that showed us that, man, if we can make this a really deep sole, we get that weight really far back, we can launch even 2 irons a mile in the air. We thought, what if we combine this idea of lightweight for this golfer who needs a little bit of help with speed and this wide body to help really launch a ball in the air? Boy, we could create something that's incredibly forgiving, high launching, and a distance machine. We want to make sure that we really load this thing up with tungsten. We've got up to 100 grams of tungsten there, a very dense, heavy weight, and it also helps really kind of make it feel much more solid through impact. Our stock shaft is actually a Fubuki lightweight shaft. It's a 50-gram shaft. And we really like the idea that this helps add a little bit of speed for that player who needs a little bit more launch. The primary areas where we're saving weight are in shaft and grip. We've taken a little bit of weight out of head, but you don't want to take too much out of an iron head because then you start to lower that MOI, that moment of inertia, and then your forgiveness would come down. And again, for the club golfer, we want to make sure we drive that forgiveness up as high as we can. In fact, this is our most forgiving iron we've ever made. Every Titleist club that goes out the door has that precise feel that really feels strong when you hit it, gives you great feedback, and still feels very pleasing in your hand and to your ear.
I didn't start with any grand plan. I had some players who trusted me. Over time, the knowledge grows. Those couple players become hundreds. And one day, you look up and you realize you've really built something. And it's the best thing you've ever made. As I'd like to say, every year when we do a series of wedges, anywhere, if I'll go back 4, 5, 6s, 7s, we're very, 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 I can say we raised the bar when we went to the 6s and the 7s. Remember the weight pad on the top? And then the weight pad down below, we distributed the weight for the CG. But we found, because I like to say there's 4 ways center of gravity can move. It can move up and down, which we did on the 6s, and it can move in and out, so we added that on the 7s and 8s, but then all of a sudden we also moved it back. But I found when we moved it back, we had what we call, some players, it was almost like a dynamic loft change. It would change because of the weight's out, but it's back at the same time. We had the weight pad, so that wasn't. So we talked to my team of engineers. I got a great team. Me, I'm just a golf guy, no golf guy. And so we turned around and we found that if we moved it forward, it's what it can do. It actually helps with the trajectory. Feel is really improved. And what I'd like to say, the MOI, 7% we gained, a little bit more stable. Not that it was non-stable in the 7s, but we actually improved. So incrementally we improved in all areas. Plus also we improved in we're working with our grinds. So we added 2 different grinds. We added the 54D and the 56D. That helps to the line. It actually adds a couple of high lofted options other than the F grind, which is a great wedge, and the K. So it gives you the ability to get a high lofted wedge that has the flexibility with the heel and toe remove, similar to the M grind. Very, very versatile wedge. because my feeling about my from old school, maybe you are too, Dale, I always like the one higher lofted sand wedge, more bounce, and then again, a little bit less bounce in your lob wedge. So you have the two options to hit the variety of shots greenside. Everything, the improvements are all, I call it under the hood. They're all there, they're there. But the other thing, if you notice the back of the wedge, it has an unbelievable, I call it maybe a contemporary look, really a modern look. So you look at that, plus all of these features that we did, and the three finishes. We went to a brushed steel, which I like myself, being my bag, but I love it.
You know, it never ceases to amaze me just how passionate Bob Vokey is, and he makes these magnificent wedges. So it was hard for me to choose between those wedges and the new 400 iron, but I had to go with the 400 iron. You put it behind the golf ball and it really looks solid. It feels solid and it doesn't feel like a hollow head. Really, this is a golf club. If you're anything from maybe a 6 to a 20 handicapper, this is a golf club you really want to give a try. This just might make you hit more greens in regulation.
Titleist AVX, advanced technology to advance your game.
We think Pro V1 is the most fit for most people, but there are some people that like something a little different. So we provide Pro V1X and we provide AVX. So it's really a flight, feel, spin, and what people like, because AVX will fly lower than Pro V1, it'll spin a little bit less, and it'll be a little bit softer. So depending on what is important to you, between those three balls, you're gonna find something that you like. New AVX really has three big components. It's got a thinner cover, a larger core, and optimized aerodynamics. And the real driver for that is we were able to get more ball speed, more driver distance, and also a little bit of increased spin around the greens. North Tour Soft, we've made the core larger, and it's the largest core we've ever made in a two-piece Sirloin golf ball. It's a 1610 core, and really it's all about pumping out as much ball speed out of that core as we can to increase that long game distance, because that was the real improvement point that we could get with that product. Velocity, same thing. Made the core a little bit bigger to get as much ball speed out of it as we possibly can. And it got a brand new dimple pattern. There's a new 350 dimple octahedral design pattern. And both of those things in combination, we're really just driving to increase the distance as much as we possibly can. The biggest thing for us is we preach it internally all the time, is own every single step of the process. So we have our own manufacturing facilities. We make all of our balls in our own plants. We make our own test equipment to test the golf balls. We make most of the machines that actually make the golf balls. So from the core mixing at the beginning to the painting at the end and packaging, we are every single step of the process. So that just knowledge base that we have in the company is invaluable, and that commitment and dedication to making sure that every single step of the process is precise and is consistent, that in the end it comes out in the finished golf ball. And we do it for all products. It doesn't matter what golf ball we're making, we're going to give it the same treatment.
Pure performance. Special Select.
We're unveiling the new 2020 Special Select line. It's 8 new models and 2 left-handed models. And for this line, Scotty's gone back to the timeless, classic, sleek tour shapes that people really know and love of Scotty. But he's injected them with a lot of new modern development and technology. So I've got the new Newport 2 here, and a lot of the changes are visible here. He's slimmed down the second step of the blades and also very much slimmed down the top line, as well as the bumpers. So we've got a really sleek, square tour shape here. And then to get it back up to modern weighting, we're using tungsten heel and toe weights now in the blades. So 30, 35, and 40 gram tungsten, depending on the length. What that does is when we return that much weight back to the putter head focused at the heel and toe, we've increased the size of the sweet spot and the stability. So it's the best of the both worlds, these classic sleek tour shapes, but with proper modern weighting and more stability. Scotty's also redesigned the neck. He's onset the neck, which is something a lot of the tour players ask for today. Essentially, in simplest terms, he's moved the neck back from the leading edge of the putter, elongated this section here to get us our one shaft of offset. The result is a putter at address that aligns very well and has a very clean and clear look at the leading edge from toe to heel at address. So there's a lot that's been done. I think the biggest news, though, is we've got pure milled faces and entirely milled putter heads for consistent sound and feel right across the face. Within the Select line, the Special Select line, we have a new flowback idea. The flowback brings back that kind of the spirit of the Golo 5R crossed with some of this new styling and shaping of the Special Select line. And it comes in two varieties, the Flowback 5.5, and then there's a Flowback 5 with a mid-bend shaft that's more of a face bounce performance. We're showing for the first time here the new Phantom X 12.5. So for people who want a larger mallet, high MOI play, long lines, same 12 head, stainless steel wings, aircraft aluminum facing core, so it creates a perimeter weighting effect that makes it a very stable and forgiving putter. But this low bend gives it some toe flow, so it swings a little bit more like a blade.
Pure performance. Special Select.
The shoe is a technological advancement in a very undervalued part of the game. It's that efficiency that the shoe creates through the golf swing. I mean, it's tested to do that. They're also helping me create that stability that allows me to be more consistent. Through the comfort, through the all-weather part of it, the traction in my swing, it'll make me a more consistent golfer. I'm extremely pleased, really pumped about these shoes.
It's been an unbelievable relationship that Jordan has with Under Armour and then the golf team in general. And it's just, you know, he's really proud of the fact that he gets to put his name on some footwear. And so we wanted to make sure that he's really comfortable, he's really involved, and he's selfish because he's trying to build the best shoe for him. And he knows that that then is going to translate to the consumer. And so just amazing input. He's really proud of all the work that he does. I'll meet with him 5 to 6 times a year per shoe. And he's our #1 wear tester that we have. He'll test this shoe about a year before anyone else to make sure that it's not only right for him, but right for the consumer. So from little pencil sketch to first round samples, to second round samples, to third round samples, then to the final shoe. He's involved every step of the way. A couple new things that we have for Speed 4 is the Speed 4 Mac technology. Now what that is we took a scan of Jordan's foot, then we took a scan of the shoe, and all of that space in between the foot and the shoe, we filled with foam. So we have a really cool 3D molded foam story here. When we showed Jordan the first time, we actually showed him the shoe inside out. And we have that shoe right here sitting in the booth. And so we presented that and to give him really, really great lockdown, because the minute his foot starts slipping inside the shoe, bad things obviously happen. A couple new features too is we added Gore-Tex this year. Worked with them, leaders in the industry when it comes to waterproofing, so really strong 2-year waterproofing story. Pulled the heel counter out. Typically we have the heel counter on the inside of the shoe. We pulled it out to the outside to give you really great heel lockdown. And then still have a really great traction story with really soft TPU for nice flexibility, and then carbon fiber inserts for some really good rigidity. Hover is another really big story for us. Really great foam stories. We got the Hover Drive GTX, where we added Gore-Tex to that as well. And then we have a really cool new spikeless version as well with Gore-Tex. Really lightweight, really flexible, great shoe.
We have this awesome new technology called ISO Chill. It's something that we launched in 2019. We're continuing forward with it, but it is like the best shirt that you could have when it's super hot outside. So what it is a fabric that is literally cool to the touch. So it has a cooling yarn in it that's going to literally take the heat, pull it away from your body, and keep you cooler throughout your whole round. And by doing that, it's going to make you feel better longer and just like prolong your energy throughout the game. We try to go with something that's a little bit more modern with the smaller collar and the shorter placket, hidden placket. So you can button it if you want, or you can leave it open when it's super hot and it's not going to unbutton too far. So just trying with our best level technologies to bring you a little bit different silhouettes. Starting in 2020, we have ISO Chill in pants as well. So we're offering it in shorts and pants. Has this great four-way stretch fabrication, and you're gonna get this ventilated waistband, making it like the ultimate short for hot weather. In fall 20, another big story for us is layering, obviously, especially in Q4. We have really been known for this sweater fleece franchise that we launched many years ago, but we wanted to bring something new, different, but we didn't want to just bring something new. We want to make the athlete better. So we're bringing in a sweater fleece material that has four-way stretch in it. It's still going to have that great storm technology, so DWR, so the water, when it rains, it's literally going to roll right off of it. You could take a water bottle, splash it, it'll just fall to the ground, and the fabric won't get wet. And then also on the inside, before, it didn't really have quite a soft hand. It's going to have a fleecy back, so it's going to give you what you're looking for, a little touch of warmth with this sweater material. The other style that we are really excited about is our Storm Evolution Daytona. It's something that we launched, I want to say back in like 2017. Jordan won the Open in it. It is our true sport performance layer, and we're looking at hybrids for this season, bringing in some more durability and wind resistance through the front, as well as the Storm DWR treatment, and this is what we consider our breathable insulation mid-layer.
My choice of product at the Under Armour store is the Spieth Full. I must be honest, to start with, I am a Jordan Spieth fan. Firstly, he just comes over as being such a nice guy. The relationship he has with his sister, the relationship he has with his parents, for me, just makes him a good guy. So I want to root for him all the time. And it's not hard to root for Jordan when he's wearing these shoes. These are the Spieth Full. Now, what's cool about these shoes is the fact that there is foam all around the shoes in all the excess places where normally your feet aren't in a shoe. So they filled that with foam to make it nice and snug, nice and comfortable. Foam obviously is almost weightless, so it doesn't add any weight. The shoe weighs absolutely nothing. I mean, if you took the sole off, it would weigh nothing. The other thing about these shoes is they are completely waterproof, and that's due to Gore-Tex. Gore-Tex has been around for a long time. Gore-Tex is like the Rolls-Royce of materials. So you've got a shoe here that's light, that is extremely comfortable, that's extremely stable, and of course, it's a shoe that Jordan wears. Couldn't be better.
This is the Phantom GPS, and this is a base model that's really simple to use for a golfer who just wants distances and they don't want to have to mess with a lot of technology. This is perfect. We made it super easy for people to use. All you have to do is turn it on, select your course, and then hook it to your buggy or your pull cart. It also comes with a belt clip. You could wear it using the magnet there. Really simple product, great for everybody. Well, this is what we're known for. We're the best in the world at this. This is the brand new Tour V5 Shift. And some of the features here that take it above and beyond, we've increased the magnification to 6 times magnification. Now this is important because you want to see detail around the green, but you also want to have a large field of view. So you can't go too big, you can't go too small. We've nailed it with the perfect size here. And then we really focused on the optics. So this has better than 70% light transparency. And just to put that in context, most of the lasers and binoculars and other optics that you see out there are around 40%. The result of that is when you look through this, you're going to see a really crisp picture. It's almost like looking at the course in HD. And then, of course, we've added our franchise feature, bite technology, to make it easy on the go. And this product is known for slope. Bushnell created slope, and what we do differently than everybody else, slope to us isn't just the geography of the land, it's ball trajectory. We work with tour pros and caddies to come up with the formula to get this perfect, and we've actually just updated this formula because golf equipment's been updated, and now you're seeing angles of descent much steeper than you did in years past. So updated slope on this, slope on, slope off. You can use this in tournaments with slope off. I'll tell you, this is pretty revolutionary. Now, You might look at it and just think a Bluetooth speaker, and you're right, it is a Bluetooth speaker, but the sound quality is perfect. We spent a lot of time making sure that we were comparing ourselves to the best speakers out there. In addition to being a great Bluetooth speaker, we wanted to make it really functional, and so we've added this out port, so you can charge the unit through here, but then this other port, when you open it up, you can charge your phone so it becomes an auxiliary battery for on the course. You get about 10.5 hours of battery life through this, playing at max volume. So if you take the volume down, you get significantly more than 10 hours. But we didn't stop there. This little guy actually incorporates GPS. So you remove this little ball marker and you keep it in your pocket, you push this button, and just like any other navigation system, the volume comes down and you hear the distances. And then we've made it super easy to use with Byte technology. Even if you're not a golfer, hook it to your boat, take it to the campsite. It's a great time waiting to happen.
My choice of product at Bushnell is the Bushnell Wingman. Now, it's probably the coolest product at the entire show because it's not only a laser rangefinder, it's not only going to tell you the distance that you have from your ball to the pin. This does a lot more than that. It also plays music. Okay, so it attaches to the cart like that. You can just pull it off there. You can play your music. You detach that. That will tell you how far it is. So the music will go down and it will shout out your distance to you.
There are a lot of rules in golf, so we thought we would pass along the biggest news to hit distance measuring devices in a decade. You can now use a Bushnell V4 rangefinder with slope to prepare for a tournament, and then simply shut the slope feature off during tournament play when the local rule is in effect. Why do you care? Confidence. Bushnell's patented slope technology is trusted by 99% of tour players and their caddies. These players count on Bushnell to provide them, hands down, the most accurate compensated distance of any measuring device on the market. In 2005, Bushnell partnered with tour caddy Don Overkill Tom to translate his complex formula for calculating slope into its rangefinders. Tour caddies can spend hours, even days, calculating distances for every possible shot on the course with their Bushnell rangefinder with slope technology to precisely record the true distance to elevated or downhill targets. So put away the abacus and play with confidence. Now the proprietary Bushnell slope formula is automatically calculated for you with the touch of a button. Bushnell, the #1 laser measuring device in golf.